Well, how's this for a badass watch today? This is the URWERk 105 T-Rex on a crazy aftermarket camo strap. Really bringing the independent watch fire here. Let's just dig right in. The base here is an URWERk 105. Now the 105 was sort of a tribute to the 103, which was really the piece that put URWERk on the map. And you can find some 103 videos in my history. I've certainly owned a lot and I love that watch. The 105 is kind of similar in terms of shape and size of the 103, and most of them have a sort of open top like the 103 did at its sort of end. But the T-Rex version has this incredible top plate that covers a lot of it, almost like the most original 103 versions that were just open on the very bottom here. It's got a little bit more sapphire, but not a lot more. And of course, it's all to show this incredible top plate. Now the top plate is made out of bronze. It is hand finished. It is really spectacular in person. I would guess it's probably spectacular in video too. And it's kind of it's sort of a take on a Clos de Paris pattern. You've got these little pyramids here. They are kind of small at the edges and they get to very large down here. And the kind of illusion that it gives is of these very spherical sort of patterns emerge out of it. And it really does look like a T-Rex skin or like a lizard skin, which is just awesome. Now, because it is bronze, it will patina a little bit. So each case will be unique. You can see kind of a little bit of like patina in there. It's pretty easy to clean out. You can just kind of go into it with a rag and those things clean right off. But in general, I don't know, it's kind of cool to just leave it and let it do its thing. Now, in addition to the top plate having this pattern, even the big beefy URWERk crown also gets the cool engravings, which really just finishes the piece off. In terms of time telling, very traditional URWERk. This is where it takes a page right out of the 103 book. You've got the hours on these discs, and they rotate down and go across this minute track, so I'll show you in action. One of the really cool things about, I'm pretty sure every URWERk, is that they can be set forwards or backwards, which is really pretty awesome. I mean, even the 210, which is the one with the big hand that flies back, can be set forwards and backwards. So there you can see how it works. So we'll put it back on time, which is right here-ish, and you're indicating 1:33. All right, so let's check out the back. The back also has this kind of thing that's been sort of is now a signature URWERk thing, which are these turbines and this system for dampening the automatic rotor. So these are 3 settings. Right now it's on full, this is reduced, and this is stop. And what happens is if you're just living your normal life, you keep it on full and the rotor turns and winds the movement just like any other automatic watch. Now, if you're going to do some sport or you're running or playing with your kid a little bit rough or whatever, you can set this switch here to reduced, and that has these wind turbines put back pressure on the rotor so that it doesn't spin as freely and so that it can't cause damage on the movement if it spins too quickly. And then if you're really gonna do something a little bit crazy, you're gonna play tennis, you're gonna, I don't know what else you would do in this watch, but you can put it here on stop, and stop makes it, you can see those have stopped, the rotor will completely have stopped turning. It makes it just a manual wind watch, basically. You can still wind it via the crown, but the rotor will not turn at all. So let's put it on full because I'm not super active these days, and we'll make sure that it stays wound up. Now let me show you this watch on the wrist. Normally it comes on a black croc strap, which also looks cool, but why not take it up another notch with this custom camo and red strap, as if the watch wasn't loud enough already, right? So there it is on the wrist. You can see that the 105 is actually not too big. It fits pretty well on my wrist, which is a very kind of average size. It wears really nicely. I think it's very comfortable. The watch isn't too heavy. You can obviously feel that you have it there. It's really easy to read the time. So that's sort of one of the interesting things about URWERk, is that as crazy as they are and as crazy as they look to others, most of them are actually really practical watches. They're easy to wear. They tell the time in a very easy fashion. There's lume on all of these numerals, so even in the dark, this is, you know, pretty easy. I would say very easy to read. And so it's kind of this interesting dichotomy of something insane versus something practical. It's one of the things I really love about URWERk. So anyway, this is a limited edition of 22 pieces. I hope you guys liked seeing it. This is, yeah, kind of as crazy and cool as it gets. Definitely not to everybody's taste, but it very much is to mine.